I don't know where your head was at, but I've never gotten so many DMs from the same dude with half naked shots.
Oh my god!
I was like,
just
what if it's like a reverse blowjob? You know what I mean? Like, whereas like you're blowing the tranny.
I don't know. That's a great question.
That's
though,
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, do they pay you?
Athletes to get into the warm up, they gotta wait till everyone's done running so that you only have like 5 seconds to cross into the area. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as you're running, there's people trying to cross, so they gotta make sure there's no runners in that 5 to 10 second span.
Are you trucking females when this happens, or are you with all dudes? What do I mean by trucking? Are you just running them over?
Oh, dude, you gotta make your way. I bumped into 1,000 people, especially because Rafael and I, truthfully, we had some of the fastest splits. I told you that.
Yeah.
So we're really kicking ass on the run. So there's tons of people in our way, and I bumped into God knows how many people. You gotta be, truthfully, for anyone doing a Hyrox, especially a packed one, you might have to be an asshole if you're trying to run fast because there are people in their way recovering on the run.
Yeah.
And
Hafaday and welcome to the Cowboys and Indian podcast. My name is JJ Ambrose.
Hafaday on Malsapti here.
Yeah. So a lot of cool things have happened in the last few weeks. Anmal went to Thailand for a Hyrox event. That was his first one, right?
Yes, first one.
Cool. We had an event yesterday at the gym that was Hyrox-ish. We kind of wanted to chat and review that a little bit, but and there's some local news as well that we'll dive into. But first, let's chat about the first time that we started talking about doing the podcast, and we kind of released a teaser a couple weeks ago, and we got more hits on that than we have in pretty much anything we've ever done. I mentioned at a 5K that you looked exactly like this other guy who I mistook for Indian, who was very not Indian.
Yeah, it was actually, as you saw, it was Ray Gibson. Thank you, Don, for the comparison photo. Quite a few people have come up to me, like I told you.
But it's insane how accurate it was because you guys were wearing the same outfit that day. The tiny shorts.
Not the tank top, though, because I don't wear a tank top. I don't wear a tank top yet.
But there was a Filipina girl following him around, and he had a hat on. But it's not just like any baseball cap. It's like a very specific hat that both of you wear. And the colors, too. The color scheme. Funny. I mean, you're very neutral. Your blacks, your whites, your grays. Yeah. Sometimes neon. But he had the loudest colors on he possibly could.
Absolutely.
He had purple shorts on.
Yeah.
The old man, cool guy vibes.
Yep.
That's exactly where I want to be at his age. But that's you. I mean, that is going to be you in 30 years.
Man, it's funny because I told you yesterday, somebody came up to me and said that I think Ray Gibson had mentioned it on his talk show, that J.J. Ambrose compared Big Son to Ray Gibson in the next 30 to 40 years. So I thought that was pretty cool that, it got to him and many other people, even abroad.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know if you could tell on the video, but you have a 5 o'clock shadow, and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So, the way you grow a beard is uncanny. It's insane.
I know. Sometimes I hate it. It's like a love-hate relationship with the beard. It's like what's the point in shaving? You see me. Like some days I come in clean shaven, and then the next day I got a beard again. It's like crazy, and then I'm too lazy to get rid of it.
That's one of those deep dives where I think that human anatomy kind of sucks because you can't just turn on and off the hair growth. I mean, I would love it if I didn't have to shave my pelvis every couple weeks so that my wife didn't leave me. But, it's just a thing. I mean, in the Army, I have to shave every time I go to drill or pretty much any function I have to shave. I mean, it's just part of the uniform. And I have to get a haircut every 2 weeks so that I pass regulations. I wish that I could turn it off sometimes.
It's crazy. Hair growth is a pain in the ass. And being Indian, I know that. It's a real pain. Remember before my shoot, how much hair I had to get rid of?
The Nair was hilarious. Bro. He sent me this photo. We'll have to pull it up and post it. But it was it looked like 10 dudes jizzed on his chest. And he sent me this photo. I mean, he's jacked, by the way. Like, he's been cutting weight. But it's just, like, so much hair. And, like, this, like, white, milky cream all over him. And I was like, my guy, you did not need to send me
You did not need to
this.
send me the news.
Send me the after photo. I don't need the before,
Holy
during.
shit, that was funny, man. That was so funny.
I don't know where your head was at, but I've never gotten so many DMs from the same dude with half naked shots.
Oh my God.
I was like, send this to Jeff because Jeff would appreciate
Yeah.
your half naked body. Whereas I'm like, all right, guy, congratulations, you took your shirt off for the first time in 10 years.
He's talking about Jeff Saavedra, by the way. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Jeff got you really dialed in. I was very
yeah.
impressed with your big reveal.
Yeah, it was cool, man. You know, still feeling good. Still trying to carry this through, you know, trying to maintain it as best as I can. And yeah, man, felt great. Obviously, had to have a lot of carbs that we talked about right before Hyrox, but it still felt really good during the actual Hyrox. And then yeah, man, it was good. But back to the hair thing. It is a pain in the ass.
I mean, forget the hair, dude. I mean, it is a pain in the ass, but you looked incredible.
Thanks,
I
man.
remember when we first met, like one of my goals with you was to get you to take your shirt off without, without thinking about it. Because like, when it gets hot during the workout, I mean, it goes.
Yeah.
And every time I see you running outside, you're wearing like a full ninja suit.
Yeah.
Like, guy, that's not it.
Yeah,
like, It's not a good thing.
No.
You're not a Muslim and you're not female, so there's no reason for you to cover every inch of your body.
Yeah, it's I don't know, but definitely taking my shirt off and doing all that definitely felt great. Then that run that I did that you forced me to do the day before I left to Bangkok was fun. My nipples saw the sunlight for the first time in, like you said, 10 years.
Yeah,
it was really fun. And then Hyrox was fun. I did it with the shirt on, but apparently you get a badge if you leave your shirt on. I did get a badge.
I mean, I think you deserve one.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I think it's really impressive that you were able to keep your shirt on the entire time, because I know you were sweating bullets. I've seen you.
Yeah. Yes.
You make it rain, and not in a good way.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started. Most people have complained about that at other places, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wink.
So, I'll be honest with you. When you sweat at the gym, I just know deep down in my heart somebody else is going to clean it up, so I don't care.
Yeah.
No, shout out Sean. Tell us more about the Bangkok Hyrox.
Man, it was awesome. You know, as you know, my mom's from Bangkok, so I know the city so well. It's like going home, right? Obviously I wanted you to go with me. Raphael and I had a really good time. We left on Thursday. Compete on Saturday.
I'm gonna interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
How's your mom?
She's fine.
Is she? Does she ever talk about me? Okay, just kidding.
So, by the way, JJ and my mom had a long conversation about me and my
future wife.
So that's what he's referring to, okay? He's apparently, I guess, somewhat in charge of helping find someone.
I mean, someone's got to do it, because the thing is, like, we're trying to build generational wealth. We're not trying to go backwards. So, I mean, like, public school girls are completely out. I mean, that would be my first question. Like, where did you go to school? Simon Sanchez, sorry. I mean, no offense to all those public school people, but, I mean, I went to public school. So, I mean, this is kind of like one of those catch-22s where I feel like I can talk about it, but I don't want to go backwards. I mean, thank God my wife was pretty smart, went to a private school, and she was even valedictorian of her senior class.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah,
she's badass. She's got a giant trophy out in my living room that she likes to remind me of every once in a while. She's super smart, went to school, went to university. I didn't, so I think it's just really important. I mean, because like anybody that can make it through university with multiple degrees, like already has their head on straight and kind of is goal oriented, or at least is thinking about the future. Whereas I think that most people get caught up in the rat race. Like, hey, I'm going to be a bartender because the tips are great and I
Yeah.
make immediate cash. Whereas like long term, that's a losing game. That's a losing game because you're not putting away for retirement and you're not really making the amount of money you need to establish a future for yourself and for your future generations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we see that a lot here, right? Where it's hard for people to leave Guam and go to university off island, especially because the expense, right? Just getting out there in general is expensive.
Dude, I avoid the States like
Yeah.
the plague because of how much the ticket is.
Yeah, and then college, obviously, university, unless you have a scholarship, or whatever, is expensive. But yeah, like you said, going to university is definitely a plus. And then if you decide also to join the army and you've already gone to university, right, it bumps you up. You know what I mean? If you decide,
I mean, going in with a college degree already puts you up as an officer.
Yeah.
And going that route, I mean, there's just so many opportunities for you in the military because of that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Hyrox, I'm sorry.
Oh, all good.
I got caught up on your mom again.
So Hyrox is fun. I went with everyone knows my friend Raphael. He's he looks like a jacked male model.
He is the best looking man you've ever seen. It is so frustrating.
I get so many DMs because of him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
My wife was talking about him the other day, and she's like, yeah, he's really good looking, and he's jacked,
but in a weird way or something, right?
But in such a weird way.
Yeah.
And I was like staring at her. I was like, you're such a hoe, because like obviously like there's been 2 instances since I've been married to my wife where I've caught her in a way that made me like hurt my feelings a little bit. One, I caught her staring at a guy shirtless in Bangkok, and she like almost broke her neck trying to avoid my eye contact.
Holy sh!
But then there was another one. I watch Spartacus and Gladiator movies. The dudes are half naked.
Yeah,
they're hot, whatever. And she's always like, gross, and she'll look away. I'm like, cool. But then there's this movie where Justin Timberlake takes his pants off and it shows his ass, and she like gasped and like covered her face, and I was like, what the fuck? So obviously she's got a thing for Justin Timberlake that carried over from middle school.
What movie is that? Asking for a Friend.
I forget what it's called. Don't quote me on it. I don't know it right now, but we'll get back to that.
Okay, well, anyways, back to Hyrox. So, yeah, went with Raphael. Super fun, great partner. We got in on Thursday, relaxed, walked around. Friday, we just kind of went to the onsen. We met a few other athletes that were doing Hyrox in the pro. We met Dave Heck. I think I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
He's a Hyrox ambassador in Bangkok. Great athlete. He obviously finished first. I think his solo time in the pro was 56 minutes. He's done like 7 Hyrox already this year. Great
How
athlete.
demoralizing is it that he beats people solo? Like
It's crazy.
Like,
Listen to this. When I met him at the onsen at he was training somebody or doing something. So I started talking to him, and then we just started catching up a little bit. And he was telling me that he was doing the solo on Saturday along with us, and then doing the relay the co-ed on Sunday. So he won the solo.
Don't tell me he won the co-ed.
And he won the co-ed with some female, and he did 100 wall balls unbroken on both. So he did all the wall balls for himself and all the wall balls in the co-ed unbroken.
I hate hearing that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That bothers me so much.
It was crazy. His female partner I saw the highlights, she was just standing there like this.
Guess I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I guess I'm not doing shit, right? Yeah. So
that's frustrating because 20 wall balls.
He's fucking tall, by the way. I think he's about 6'3".
Whatever. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's got a few inches on me, but he's got like 70 wall balls in a row on me.
Yeah.
So that's where it's frustrating,
Yeah.
We're not even comparing dicks now. We're just comparing wall balls. So frustrating. I mean.
Yeah, but he's pretty cool. He went to Cornell University, so he's a track star at Cornell. So he obviously has a good running background, which is pretty badass. So, anyways, met him, and then we just kind of chilled. Went to eat out. We went to that crazy street. Seeing the pictures of the lady boy.
Oh
street.
yeah. That place is awesome. All the chicks are hot.
So Cowboy.
Did you pick up?
Rafa and I were so uncomfortable, man. We were with another friend of ours, but it was extremely uncomfortable.
Why was it uncomfortable?
Just
Just seeing dudes that are hotter
Dude,
than other girls.
It was just, I don't know. And some guy was trying to send me a Rolex. I was gonna buy you one, but I couldn't afford it. Sorry, man.
How much was it?
I don't know, like $20.
That's crazy that you wouldn't buy me a $20 watch. That's all right.
But it was crazy, man. It was just like a bunch of lady boys walking around and everyone trying to get you in their bar, showing you menus of what they offer inside. By menus, it's it's the
It's the drink menu, right? Or are you
no,
talking about the girl menu?
The girl menu.
Is it okay? Hang on. Was it the trans?
Correct. Like
the trans menu.
it was like a certain amount of bought for whatever you wanted. Or
was there an option to go the other way? As in, like, be the bottom.
Oh no!
Is there an option on the menu that I would love to see? That. Like, do you get a discount for being the bottom?
Man, I know. I didn't see that. I honestly stopped. We just took a picture of it and we just
what if it's like a reverse blowjob? You know what I mean? Like, whereas like you're blowing the tranny.
I don't know. That's a great question.
That's
though.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, do they pay you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know, but I will send you the picture so you can,
Yeah, I think it's really important that we take a good look at this.
Yeah, I will send you, Don. I will pull up. Well, I'll send you the picture. I took a picture of it.
Research sake.
It was just in case anybody wants to go to that street and wants to try this. You know. So, anyways, back to Hyrox again. We kind of relaxed. It was weird because we had to go at 6:10 p.m.
Okay.
That's 9:10 Guam time.
Oh,
right?
so you were already tired.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. Like, I think that morning we had breakfast. Raphael kind of just chilled. I went to get my nails done. And then we're talking about how people post it, and you just automatically think you're better than the person.
Yeah.
Going to get my nails done. We just kind of just chilled. We got there 3 hours before. We got there around 3:30ish, 3 o'clock. Checked out the venue. Super nice venue. Is at Bitech, Bangkok International Trade Center. They had other cool competitions going on. Car pulling with the rope, just other prize winning things
other
you could do.
Feats of fitness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Pocari Sweat had a little station. They had the really cool thing I forgot to tell you was they had a recovery area where they massaged the athletes before and after if you wanted.
That makes sense.
Yeah, not that kind of massage though.
I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking about like some gnarly.
No menu on this massage. No menu.
His fingers into my thighs and my glutes, but you went straight to the chick's happy ending soapy massage. That's crazy that you think like that.
So there's that, and then you go to the warm-up area. Warm-up area is pretty small, but they have about 10 bike ergs. They have a little sled push area,
How many people per heat?
I want to say about 50 because it was packed.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
in that little waiting tunnel, right?
Now there's a little Red Bull tunnel as everybody probably has seen on the Instagram thing. It's a Red Bull tunnel. There's a screen. There's a countdown. It's a little motivational speech. Every 10 minutes there's a heat.
Who gives the motivational speech?
Oh, like on the
on the teleprompter. Who is it?
It's some automated thing.
It's not like Dave Goggins or something?
No. It's like automated, like you trained hard for this.
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah, like some shit like that.
Gotcha.
You have 5 minutes left and there's a countdown. It's pretty cool inside the tunnel. Very neat, very
I don't get jacked
cool.
up on the motivational speeches. You know what always jacks me up though is like uncommon like heroics. Like when I don't know. There was this scene in Lord of the Rings where Aragorn turns back. You're gonna have to pull this one up.
Oh yeah.
Where he turns back to everybody and he says, "For Frodo." I get I get the biggest man boner when that happens. Like my courage level is just through the roof. Like I'll go run through hot coals or I'll run into a brick wall for whatever it is that we're doing.
I'm gonna say that to you before we exit the tunnel in Seoul.
For Frodo?
Yeah, for Frodo.
I'll cry right
for
there.
Frodo.
that always gets me a little teary.
I already know what to do now.
Ready to go.
Yeah. So pretty cool. And then just the heat. When it's crazy because Bitech's huge, right? And then they have barricades all over. So in order for athletes to get into the warm up, they got to wait till everyone's done running so that you only have like 5 seconds to cross into the area. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as you're running, there's people trying to cross. So they got to make sure there's no runners in that 5 to 10 second span.
Are you trucking females when this happens? Or are you with all dudes? What do you mean by trucking? Are you just running them over?
oh, dude, you got to make your way. I bumped into 1,000 people, especially because Rafael and I, truthfully, we had some of the fastest splits. I told you that.
Yeah.
So we're really kicking ass on the run. So there's tons of people in our way. And I bumped into God knows how many people. You got to be, truthfully, for anyone doing a Hyrox, especially a packed one, you might have to be an asshole if you're trying to run fast because there are people in their way recovering on the run and just taking their time. And then you have people trying to cross over. So there's one area where you're either going left or right because there's a sign telling you, hey, this time you're going left because there's people crossing over. This time you're going right. And you got to track your own laps. If you cross the wrong area, there's a 7-minute penalty. So instead of just doing the activity, you also have to remember what you're doing and keep track of your own stuff. You know, it was really intense.
Do the judges tell you what's coming next?
No.
At all? Like there's no wow.
There's nothing planned out for you. There's nothing planned out.
I'm gonna have to write that down on my hand or something.
Yeah, there's nothing planned out for you. And the most confusing thing was the wall ball station at the end because it's 8 stations, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the 8th is in the middle.
Is the run always the same?
Run is always the same, but you have to exit and enter the same.
Got it.
What do you call that? That blow up thing? What do you call it?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
like
Then there's
finish line
then there's an exit one too. So if you enter in the exit one, which I almost did if my time chip crossed over, I would have got a 7-minute penalty. But Rafael luckily pulled me back.
Nice.
Yeah, and then it kind of saved me because it was the last lap, and I just almost they're only a few feet away from each other.
Yeah.
So it's like one's yellow and one's black. I remember that. But
yeah, you just reminded me that Rafael's shoe broke.
Yes.
What shoe was he wearing?
So on Thursday we went to demo the Puma, the Deviates. Great shoe, but not as light. There is a carbon plate, but we both bought the Vaporfly floors. You have the 3s.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you that actually that those shoes like aren't made for fitness. They're made for the road. They're like the lightest materials. Like
correct.
It's like kind of like aluminum. Like I used to race BMX, and aluminum bikes were like the standard. You know, 'cause they're really light metal, and it's not incredibly strong though.
Yeah.
I mean, so you break them really easy. So it's kind of like the same with the shoes. Like yes, they're light. They're geared for running, but they fall apart.
Correct.
Under very little stress.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's what happened with his sled push or sled pull.
Sled push, which was really fucking heavy.
Right.
It's almost not demeaning. It just ruins your confidence because it feels like you're pulling, and like I explained to you, it's an elastic rope.
Yeah.
And then he pulled so hard because I guess he turned over on his shoe.
Yep.
We'll post a picture up later, but he turned over on his shoe, and the back portion on the sole just completely ripped off, and we were both dejected. We took 11 minutes at that station when every other station, including runs, were about 4 minutes.
Right.
So if you look at our time of 113 minus 11, 102. You spent 4 minutes there. Let's say we did. We should have finished at 105, 106. Okay. Realistically, but
which is still incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, that was your first
Hyrox,
thank
you. Yeah,
you went in as a pro, not as in the open.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the open and the pro?
Just the weight. So much heavier on the sled pull, much heavier on the sled push, much heavier on the farmer's carry.
Can anybody do pro?
Anybody can do pro, but for the Bangkok one, there was a questionnaire.
Okay.
Yeah, they did do a questionnaire as your 5K time, your weight, how many times you go to the gym. So obviously, if you BS, you can you can't be your weight.
You get exposed really fast.
Exactly.
So like the open is like more of like the inclusive, like everybody can do it.
Anybody can do it, and anybody can do it. Even it's the guy that goes to the gym 7 times a week versus the guy that goes once a week.
Right.
I
mean, that reminds me of the Honolulu Marathon
that
I went to one year, where they let like the Kenyans go first.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're going to be back in like an hour and a half.
Correct. Yeah.
Whereas everybody else is. It's funny. Like the funniest compliment I got. I didn't get, but I heard was from my mother-in-law. One of the Kenyans walked up to her and said, "You guys are so brave for running for 4 hours. You're so tough." But because their marathons are like an hour and a half.
Exactly, it's crazy. Wow, that's funny. Yeah. But yeah, man, overall really fun. And then when we were done, it was cool. We obviously were a little gutted from the shoe, but we went to the shop. They had some clothes. Everything is extremely overpriced. Got a few things just for the hell of it, but the Hyrox Bangkok shirt was like $80.
Yeah, that's standard though, because they know you're gonna buy it.
You're gonna buy it, you know.
Yeah,
And
there's no chance you're
pretty-
gonna get away from that.
yeah, pretty cool. The Pocari Sweat thing was pretty cool. I mean, just to be around all those people and like, you know, some of the guys, so many Europeans. I mean, the top guys that finish, majority of them are Europeans. No, barely any locals, you know, from Thailand. It was a lot of European guys.
That makes sense
just
to
fucking
me
killed
though,
it.
only because in Thailand it's like Hawaii for Europe. So if like you think about it, it's like going from America to Thailand isn't so feasible.
Yeah, yeah.
But for Europe, it just makes sense.
Correct.
Like, I mean, whenever when I used to work at Tiger Muay Thai,
Yeah.
it was mostly Australian and European there.
Yeah.
Not too many Americans. The Americans that did come over were like contract workers for the military.
Yeah. Cool to meet your friend Larry, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Great guy.
Larry's a good dude.
Yeah. Cool to meet Larry.
He's an EOD Navy guy that
Yeah,
retired and moved to Bangkok. He
Yeah.
knows what he's doing. I
Yeah.
mean, he's got a great service over there. He's helping veterans find jobs and
Oh, nice.
yeah, I mean he's got a great gig going
Yeah.
on for himself. Miss the hell out of that guy.
Yeah, we met him at the food court to pick up the goods.
The goods.
Yeah.
No one's gonna ask what the goods are.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. Nice guy. And then after that, you know, we competed. We had a good time, and then we met some of my cousins. We went to a rooftop bar, hung out. Raphael met my family. He had a good time. Then he left the next morning. Then stayed back for a few days to hang out with family and just kick back and good time, man. Bangkok, you obviously have lived there before. It's one of the best cities you can visit. It's amazing.
Amazing.
So
city.
much fun.
Amazing
so many
city.
things
A lot
to
of
do.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time, man. Looking forward to.
I can't wait to see you do your next one, which is in Yokohama.
Correct.
What's the date on that?
August 9th.
And what's the training look like between now and then?
Well, obviously, I'm going off island for a little bit, for the wedding. But when I come back, I have a solid month. So just kind of doing what we're doing. Definitely working on on a lot of things, like you said that day, right? My row, the wall balls, many things that I can get stronger on. But
I just think the low hanging fruit is just getting the technical side down.
Correct.
Like
Yes.
on your row, and
Yeah.
then, obviously the wall balls. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my goals for you would be to not get a single no rep on the wall
yeah,
ball, 'cause
absolutely.
That's 3 or 4 seconds. Per
yeah,
no
I
rep.
got a few no reps in Bangkok, but. And then I know for Seoul, we'll have a good amount of time to train together, August to November. So I think in that one, I should be in the best shape I've ever been in. And by then I
Best
should be.
shape and like maybe putting on like 5 to 10 pounds of muscle.
Yeah,
in
correct.
between
Yeah,
now and then.
yeah.
So
Exactly.
that'll
Just getting
make
stronger.
Everything a lot easier, and you'll be more powerful in the
Exactly.
machines, the
Yeah.
movements.
So yeah,
Anyway.
it's just fun recap. Really, really good time. Can't wait to go again. I'll be in Bangkok again. Wish you were going, but
I know.
yeah.
I know.
So,
Aren't calls.
yep. And then, yeah,
But,
man.
So, like, moving on to the little mini Hyrox ish.
Oh, yeah.
That we had.
Great time yesterday.
So one of our coaches, Brittany, she's moving off island. Such is the nature of Guam when you're a haole. Usually you're here because of military service.
Yeah.
So her husband's contract is coming to an end with the Coast Guard, and they're moving back to the States. So we kind of wanted to do like this, some kind of inclusive event for her and her people. I say her people because she brought a lot of people in that would never have stepped foot in steel because of how intimidating our gym is.
Correct, yeah.
Like, you're talking about doing this big Hyrox event, and they're just like, well, I like Zumba.
Yeah.
And, with Brittany, she kind of bridged the gap between those people, like introducing them to doing weights and moving fast and lifting heavy loads. I mean, the kind of stuff that we do at ours, rather than just like the dance movements of Zumba, and I forget what they call the drums that they beat. I think it's called beat.
Oh, but her class is usually packed. 5:30,
Her class
9
is
o'clock.
always packed. She's got great energy.
Yes.
And the coolest thing about her is that she actually cares about her members.
Correct.
I mean, like she could charge whatever she wanted for privates and
Yeah.
classes, but she does her thing with us. But anyway, so it's her last weekend essentially, and so we wanted to do a little event for her. So we did like this inclusive Hyrox-ish event. I say Hyrox-ish because a Hyrox event would take most of us an hour and a half to finish. And we just wanted it to be a little bit lower scale.
It was really fun, really well organized. Good job to Joe from the gym. Did a good job for setting it up especially with the tape and like the little sections that they sectioned off. It was a lot of fun. Definitely definitely Hyrox orientated. The Echo bike was hard. That was harder than a lot of other Hyrox
That's
movements.
not part of
I know,
Hyrox,
not part of
right?
Hyrox, but it was like a mix of like sled pull, sled push, because maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah.
maybe the pulling,
Yeah,
the
it's
pushing with your
hard.
arms, you know what I mean? Things like that. Your legs, you're still using your legs and your arms. So I guess that was the substitute for sled push, sled pull, which was really hard, by the way. 100 cal divided by, you can share that with your partner in any way you wanted to, but that was fun. And we saw a few other, we had a few other people that weren't still members there, really
Yeah, it was
testing themselves,
cool.
which is cool, right?
We had 18
yeah,
teams, and 15 of them were from Steel, but getting 3 extra. I think 2
good.
teams were from
Unified.
So, I mean, it's cool that
Yeah.
at least one of the local gyms came out to support.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to get more gyms involved for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand people have schedules and, they have other things planned than just coming to train with us. And obviously, I'm not I'm not Yokohama. That's a cool trip in itself.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You not only are you in a cool place, but
Yeah.
that's not Guam.
Yeah.
But you're also getting to compete with your friends.
Yeah, of course.
And I do like for instance, my mother-in-law used to run a ton.
Yes,
She'd go
yes.
travel around with her friends to do these marathons, and they never had any intention of competing or placing in their age division. They just did it because, hey, this is a cool city. Let's
Correct.
go run. 'Cause
Make a
this is our
vacation out
hobby.
of the thing.
Yeah, and I can't really knock it. I love competition, and I'm always going to chase excellence and try to win everything
of
that I
course.
do. Like
Yeah.
when you and I go to Seoul,
Yeah.
we're trying to win.
And kill everything
Even
that's
if we're
there,
not
yeah.
even in the
No.
realm, we are trying
to win,
win.
always.
We are going to die
Yes,
on
correct.
our shields
Yeah,
to win.
always.
But I can't hate that these people that have no desire to win anything are doing a hobby that will make them a better person.
Yeah, it's
They're moving the needle because it's not you and I that need to lose weight.
Yeah.
Nobody that is trying to lose weight is looking at us like the norm.
Mm-hmm.
It's these other people that are just average people, 9-to-5ers. They drink occasionally. They eat, 70% of the time whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we're dialed in.
Correct.
Not knocking these people. I'm just saying that nobody is watching us as those people.
Yeah.
As much as those people. Like, no one cares what we ate this morning.
No.
Nobody cares. How many miles did you run this weekend? It's not a conversation they're going to have with us.
No.
But they see these average Joes, these average athletes going to compete in Yokohama. That's inspiring.
They're like, yeah.
Super
So
cool.
we everything we do, I mean, everything I do, and like I've said since I've been training with you, is everything that I do now, I guess at that level, is like I want to win, right?
Yeah.
And like that's what we talk about. Like I feel before training with you, I never really had that mindset. It was more fun, but like the conversation you had with me when I got back was, it's not even fun competing anymore. Getting there is the fun part.
Yes.
Getting
Yes.
training towards that event or what I'm going to do is fun, but at the event at Hyrox, Bangkok was fun, but if you asked me if I had fun during the event, hell no. His shoe broke. I was pissed. I wanted to win. I wanted to
because it wasn't
kill
your
everybody
best.
in front of me.
You
Yeah.
knew that it wasn't your best.
Exactly.
Because of
So
that shoe.
exactly.
That
So
malfunction cost you the time.
exactly. So when you look back at it, Bangkok was fun, but fuck, I went all the way there, trained my hardest. I had a 90 to 100 day like camp with you or whatever it was, and it was some of that shit. Some of those days fucking sucked, right?
Yeah,
and you saw me, right?
Yeah.
And our Instagram videos are funny, but we don't post everything we do, right?
Yeah, we don't post the
shitty parts,
the
yeah.
angry stuff.
Yeah,
like we're pissed off at how we did that day.
Exactly.
Like I'll never forget when we were training. We posted some video of this, but I was running and I fully expected to keep up with you with the weight vest on when we were and you recorded me. And
no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
And
he will forever bring that up,
it
which I
was
fucking
so
hate.
good though because I held.
I put
on
music
to
over that video.
not in a toxic way. I used that as fuel. Like
It was toxic.
Yeah, motherfucker.
It was toxic.
I need that. I love when people talk shit to me.
Yeah.
And not in the sense like, hey, I like that guy now. No, it's like thank you for that fuel because I needed that so much.
He was in shock, and we were like fighting that day. Like that day, we were actually. It was fucking. It was crazy. We posted
Fighting
a few.
for us.
Yeah, we were like, posting a few clips of it, but we were like,
Yeah.
it was so funny.
We were were toxic friends that day. We wanted to kill
The
each
run was
other.
fun, but at the pull-ups, he absolutely
Yeah.
murdered me. So it wasn't even funny
Look,
at the
we
end. But
both have our strengths, but
Yeah.
that's exactly right. The only way you're going to get better at your wall balls,
Correct.
your squats, your pull-ups, all of that, is if I'm right there standing
talking
next
shit,
to you.
and he has to.
Or
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit, or at least
Yeah.
I'm calling you out
Exactly.
on what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, you're just going to keep doing what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing on my runs. If you're not around for me to chase,
Yeah.
I'm just going to run at my comfortable pace.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the shit talk and then having training partners that are getting after it because
Yeah.
they push you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, man, why don't I just run a 22-minute 5K for the rest of my life? Because who cares?
Who cares? And that's actually a pretty decent time.
It's
Yeah,
decent,
yeah.
but it's not. It's not.
It's not where you
excellence,
and it's not where
know?
you can be because you can actually do a lot better than that.
Yeah, I haven't ran a sub 25K since I was like in my 20s.
Yeah.
So in order for me to get back to that, I need a stimulus. And
Yeah.
guys like you are the stimulus.
No, thanks, yeah.
And those little kids that run past me in the 5Ks.
Yeah. By the way, we did a lot of 5Ks in the month of
Didn't
April
we do
and
6
May.
back-to-back?
Yeah, we did like
That
6
was
back to
insane.
back. So we did quite a few, and it was really fun. 5Ks are fun, and it's really good training. Just like to get that heart rate spike and
The stimulus,
Yeah,
right? Of
exactly,
chasing
exactly,
people.
exactly.
I love that. Like, especially on the turnaround when there's people in front of you. you
yeah,
have
it's crazy. The
somebody to
turnaround's the
chase.
fucking worst. It's the best/worst part of the race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I love it because like on the turnaround, I'll see people that I don't necessarily care for.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, yeah, you're not catching me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I just it spurs me on even more.
those names shall not be mentioned.
Yeah, I don't mention people's names.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, with the event, it was cool.
Yeah,
A lot
awesome.
of people had fun. I was
Yeah.
really stoked to see some of the people that won. Like Ben and
Tin.
Tin.
Great
taking second
duo,
as
great
co-ed. I
co-ed,
thought
yeah.
That was so rad.
It was great.
And
one-
then
one more-
Carmen and Brian as well.
Oh, yeah, they're-
because that's their send off. They're about a month away from leaving us too.
Exactly. Carmen, by the way, she's very, very fit. Looks like a Kardashian.
It's insane.
It's insane.
yeah,
I mean, she
she's
just looks like,
Raphael of the female.
Yes,
race, right? yeah,
that's it.
yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Pull up a
But
picture
her,
later, please.
Her husband Brian is also
Great
a
guy.
very
Awesome guy.
very
Awesome
good-looking-
kids.
Also very good looking.
Yes,
by the way.
yeah.
He's not Raphael, but he looks like
Brian.
Clark
His
Kent.
name's Brian.
His name's Brian.
Brian, handsome guy.
Handsome dude,
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah.
Clark Kent.
Great
You gotta-
guy,
You're
and
gonna
too.
have to pull up a picture of him. Handsome dude.
Yeah, great guy. Both fit. They both did really well. If you haven't seen them, we'll pull up a picture, but they're also on my story running in yesterday. They were first, and they did really well. But one more thing is the plaques were awesome. Good job to Brittany.
Brittany always
very,
comes
very
up
creative.
with these super
Yeah.
creative. She is the military wife that does absolutely every activity that
Super
you
mom.
see on MWR.
Yeah, yeah,
MWR
yeah.
will post like an activity night, and obviously she's an expert at whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wine tasting. Oh, I know that one.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think she drinks wine, but she knows the wines.
Yeah.
The cooking classes, the arts and crafts, she's got
Yeah.
it down.
She is very, very. She's just a jack of all trades and like just great at everything.
Yeah.
She does. Yeah. She even made some cool shirts. Almost felt the material on one that one time.
Yeah, so she like said, "Fill my shirt," and I had to stare at her for a second.
Yeah, because
And
it was here. It was
right on
Brittany.
her front.
Brittany, I know you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was
he had
awkward.
to feel the back. Just
Yeah,
to
to feel
be
the back.
safe.
Just yeah.
Too good.
Oh man, but yeah, we're really gonna miss her. She was awesome. Yesterday was great. It was all about her. It was actually her birthday as well, so
Yeah.
it just happened to fall on the right day.
Yeah, watching her in chess compete was really cool
Yeah.
because, like my wife's usually a Debbie Downer, but Brittany turned into one kind of. She's like, I don't even do this stuff,
Yeah.
But she's super fit, so I knew they would do well. But
Yeah.
they ended up winning, so it was like the perfect send off.
It's awesome, man. And
couldn't have wrote it better.
hopefully we have more soon. And like you said, everyone's always welcome to come. It's not even it's competition, but it's also we're sharpening each other's knives and each
Yeah,
other's
that's it.
steel,
I mean,
right? Yeah.
iron sharpens iron,
Yeah.
and if it's just you and me competing against each other, this story's gonna get old really,
Correct,
really
yeah,
fast.
yeah.
It's gonna be how many times do we have to run so that you win? and
Exactly.
How many body weight movements do
Do
we
you
have
have to do
add
to win, yeah.
for me to win?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be silly. So
Yeah.
I want more people to compete against. I love competition because nothing makes me feel more alive than
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
competing. But then obviously, we were talking about it earlier about the journey of the win.
Correct, yes,
It's
yes.
not the win that makes you feel good. It's
No.
the journey.
Correct.
It's been like that since as long as I can remember. Anytime I ever want to fight in the cage, as soon as I walk out of it, I'm like, okay, now I'm depressed.
Yeah,
What do I
you
do
mentioned
now?
that.
Yeah, it's crazy, like the adrenaline dump that you get, and what do I do next?
Yeah.
You know? So
And it's like, shit, I gotta do better next time.
Yeah.
Because the competitions, they're on my back now, right? People are on my
Yeah.
back. Like, oh my god, this guy did well. Like, like even for Yokohama, right? Like, I have a certain expectation for myself, a certain amount of pressure that I got to do well. Then I think about, okay, what did I do wrong?
I mean,
here?
you guys got an hour and 13, and you're like, okay, I could have got an hour and 5. But I know in your head, you're like, I want to get sub 1 hour.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So
because I mean, why else would we be doing this?
exactly, I'm not trying to have fun. I mean, Japan's cool. Don't get me wrong, Japan's awesome, but
I'm not trying to have fun. I
want to fucking murder it.
What a statement! You need to put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's true though. Like, if it's not even like if we're not winning, we're not having fun.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when we train, I'm having so much fun. But as soon as I win, it's no longer fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about.
It's fun for that moment, like the pictures,
For a
everyone
hot
talking about it.
second.
Like the
As
story.
we leave the arena, though,
Yeah.
no one gives a shit.
Yeah, no one cares.
It's over
No
with.
one gives a shit.
Your mom does not care. She doesn't, right? She's like, oh, you had a good race. Good. What do you want for dinner?
No. My dad is. Did you win any money? No. So who cares? I could have bought you the $2 medal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I love your dad for that because all he's thinking about is your future.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, they have to. I'm just speaking from me being a father figure, not to you, but to my kids. Like, they have to be happy that you are happy, but also like how fit you are.
Oh yeah.
You are an anomaly for the most part in your generation.
Absolutely,
in this
for
camp.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about your classmates, but on Guam, I know we have a 50% obesity rate. So I'm not bullshitting when I say you are an anomaly. You are a cut above the rest. How fit you are.
Thanks, man. I mean, same, like that's the people around us, and still, right? A lot of the coaches, like yourself, we have good examples around us, right? Like people who are fit and try to stay healthy, and like even at the 9 o'clock class, right? Like, you guys are competing against each other to make yourself better,
Right?
You know what I mean? So it's really around the people. It's really about the people you surround yourself with. I feel, and that's what really changed for me when I came to Steel was just being around that competitive mindset of not just being like, okay, you're already good at this. What you said to me when you walked in was like, wow, I just saw so many weaknesses, so many things we can improve on. Like, you didn't give a shit about the shit that I was good at. Like, okay, you can go run 100 miles. Cool, man, but
right. I remember
how are your fucking wall balls? How is your
do a triathlon?
Yeah, my swimming was shit.
And I was shocked.
I felt so bad. You were holding the Gatorade for like 1 hour, waiting for me to get out of the fucking water.
I remember recording you.
I hated that day.
Yeah. But I mean, you were phenomenal in the run, the bike, but the swim was bad. So obviously, like, let's not brag about your run or your bike. Let's talk about your swimming.
Correct.
And I remember recording Manami because she has a interesting stroke. I wouldn't say it's a bad stroke.
Yeah.
But I had recorded it and I showed it to her. Hey, can you tell me more about this? Why you do it? And she gave me tons of information. And I think that as a coach, that's kind of what you have to do. You have to figure out the whys.
Yeah,
I just need more information to make you better.
Oh, for sure.
That's always been my goal for myself, but also for anybody that trains with me. Just trying to make you better. I don't need to tell you that you're good at anything. I mean, we know that you're good at
exactly. We know that.
We know if you're running a sub 25K, the running is not the issue. It's the other things. So let's work on that.
Correct.
I think we get caught up sometimes in
our strengths, right?
Like that's our comfort zone.
No, for sure.
Like weightlifters love to weightlift, but I mean, when they run a 5K, I mean, what does it look like?
Exactly.
Not saying they should run 5Ks before anybody quotes me on this. I'm just saying for Anmal, who does Hyrox and he wants to get more fit, the path is the weakness.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So, man, and I guess into other things, it's Hyrox is really, really blowing up now. Like, as you know, especially all over Europe. So we're gonna do the GU Rocks here.
The Guam Fit Expo, the July 26th, 27th.
Correct. At Leo Palace, we're gonna have a little GU Rocks, which is kind of like a simulation that we did yesterday, but a little modified. We can't do all the movements because of the environment. But Leo Palace is a great has given us a great space to do it. Thank you to Jeff again for involving us in this. But it's more information coming out soon.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It's gonna be great.
I mean, there's still a lot of things to be ironed out. But I mean, I I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be good to see like people that normally wouldn't do like fitness events.
Yeah.
They'll sign up for a 5K, but not necessarily. They wouldn't do a CrossFit comp because they don't weight lift or they don't do gymnastics. But the GU Rocks will be very inclusive for everybody. Yeah. It was really cool, actually, now that you mention it. Your friend Deja, and I don't know who her partner's name was. Joyce. You know, they're not really into fitness so much, but they came out and they honestly kicked ass.
They did
I was
so
really
well.
Surprised at
Good job to
how
Deja,
well
Joyce.
they did, you know.
Joyce has never done a wall ball in her life until yesterday.
And just day one, just knocked it out.
Fucking did
That's so
amazing on the wall balls, amazing on all the movements. I mean, what really got to them, like what got to everybody, was the Echo Bike, right? Which is a death.
It
is
is.
a death machine.
It's honestly the machine that
it's
will
a
just
death
sap
machine.
all the life out of you.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the best tests of fitness.
Correct.
So therefore we program it a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah. But shout out to Deja and Joyce. Thank you for coming. You guys did amazing. Hope to see you at the next one. That was really, really fun. And then, yeah, man, but a lot of cool things this week, but a lot of scary things too, man.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
Remind me of the guardsman's name that passed.
Don, can you pull that up real quick? Sorry.
Is it Keo or Keon?
It is. Shoot. They're doing a fundraiser. They're doing the rosary for him right now.
Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Well, I'm not going to speculate on what happens because there's always three sides to a story.
Correct. Yeah.
But, you know, it is unfortunate tragedy in the community, him getting shot.
Yeah.
It's just not a good look on the community or, you know, Guam in general.
Keo Tan, okay, yeah. Rest in peace. Sorry,
Yeah,
that was terrible.
I mean, it sucks to have a fellow guardsman pass. You know, we did kind of like a mini ceremony at battalion for him. But it sucks. You know, on everybody's end. You know, because there's a guy sitting behind bars right now.
With a family,
his
kids.
Family, yeah, I mean, so many families affected by one action.
Yeah.
You know, I like I said, there's three sides to the story, and I don't know any of them, so I don't really have an opinion. But if you ask me about like the Trump and Elon thing,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like
yeah.
I have plenty of opinion.
Yeah. Who do you think Joe Rogan's going to side with on that? That's such a hard one.
I mean, I think Elon,
Trump was sitting with Joe Rogan today at the UFC.
then okay, I guess the
I saw that.
That's
The Sean O'Malley and Marab fight. They were sitting right next to each other. Not next to each
so
other. but-
silly because you know, like it's like almost schoolgirl kind of like beef.
Correct.
And throwing like you could literally say whatever you want on social media, and it's only what you can prove. Right?
Correct.
So
Yeah.
him saying that Trump was in the Epstein files, like.
Great.
How do I disprove that?
Exactly.
I got to release the Epstein files.
Exactly.
Here. You know, so it's like I can't prove my innocence. So I guess speculate all you want. It's he said, she said.
Do you think they'll ever be okay?
Who?
Those two, Trump and Elon?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine when there's enough money on the table, everything will be just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, how many business deals like have people made over the years where they're like, I don't really like you, but I guess we're gonna get along.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
I'm sure Mr. Firestone and Mr. Ford had
Yeah.
their disagreements.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, we should just patch it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a forced obligation kind of situation.
Yeah, and round we go.
Yeah.
Like I don't like you, but I'm gonna respect you enough to keep the peace.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. They were comparing the beef to the Drake and Kendrick Lamar thing.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. Yeah. So.
And they're both so damn witty. You know, that's the other thing. Their Twitter game is just so
crazy.
Good. I don't know who writes for them, but it's just so on point. And it's crazy too that like Trump has a style about him that's like unmatched.
Yeah.
You know, like he speaks so matter of factly,
Correct.
whether it's true or not, that you're almost like, yeah, that's true.
It's like it's almost like he can lie to you and you would believe it.
Yeah, he lies straight to your face.
Yeah.
And, like, that's okay. Yeah, I agree with him.
It's
a politician thing. I mean, like, you know, like the Kennedys have it and like Bill Clinton had it. You just want to believe them. They have that smile.
Yeah.
My wife's uncle is a politician. Mr. Eddie Calvo. I know when he walks in the room, like we rarely talk, but he's like, "Man, it's so good to see you." I'm like, "Yeah, it's good to see you too, man." But it's just something with like good politicians. They just have that command of the room.
Yeah.
And Trump's definitely got it. Like,
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter what walk of life you're from. I'm in way better shape than him, but I bet you, like, if he walks in the room, like, who cares?
Exactly. It's Donald Trump.
It doesn't matter.
It's Donald fucking Trump.
It doesn't matter how much money I have or how fit I am. It's Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Yeah, that supersedes everything.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, crazy. So many things. The shooting. Then there's a few bomb threats. I think. This.
4 bomb threats.
Four bomb threats
by the same dude, though, right?
I don't know about the Micronesia Mall one.
Yeah.
But the one that happened all on the same day, the day after.
Yeah, that was all the same guy.
Yeah.
Did he have a motive, or
He was drunk.
he was just drunk?
With his friend. And they're trying to find a friend.
That's cool.
They're trying to find.
Yeah, they're trying. So him and a friend, according to GPD's release, the friend hasn't been. I can't confirm as of this recording, but they didn't find a friend, but they were like, they traced the call to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I didn't know this was gonna happen. And you have people reporting like, I missed my grad dinner, my wedding because of the threat.
Oh.
You have people saying
So many graduations this weekend.
Yeah.
So many.
Right.
Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry. I totally forgot about that.
Then
Wow.
you have tourists escorted out of Dusseldorf.
Oh man.
Yeah. Not good for business.
And that just ruins economy.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because he ruined like a lot of people's experience with
Correct.
Guam.
Yeah.
I mean, that's scary.
Oh, man.
You know what's funny? Like, I remember Resort World got bombed a few years ago in Manila. I don't know what year that was.
Really?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
They bombed it. That's
Resort
why
World,
there's so
yeah,
much security now over
Wow.
there. But I remember, like, I was like, well, I'm not going there for a few years.
Yeah,
and we used to go there all the time. That was like a family
Vacation
hotspot.
home, yeah.
And now I'm like, ooh, sketchy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he ruined it for I don't know how many people on Guam now.
That's crazy, and especially with the economy, we don't need that right
Yeah.
now, right? And it's wow, and all the grad dinners, man. A lot of students, especially on a Saturday, or was it Friday?
No, it was on a Friday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot of
Friday.
grads. Yeah, there's like a lot of grad dinners and a lot of celebrations happening. Oh my gosh,
4 at the same time, and there was one extra that was the one in the Micro Mall,
wow.
and then GPD was quiet up until the 12th hour.
Haven't been to Micronesia Mall in 100 years, man. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the place, to be honest. I'm just not a fan of like going into crowded places anymore as it is. I always feel like so many bad things happen in crowds. So I mean, I'm pretty a routine with going to the gym and going home and going to base. You know, like, man, shout out to the commissary for having such cheap goods. And the gas is so cheap compared to the rest of the island.
Yeah.
Shout out Guam Army National Guard if you want to sign up. I got you.
Yep.
Just feel free to reach out with more questions because I got the answers.
Talking about that, remember you mentioned about getting in shape and Don wanting to enlist and then how that kind of works, which is a really cool thing about, you know, I remember before you left, you were in incredible shape.
Yep.
Right. And obviously you're almost there now, but
I'm getting back there. I'd say I'm like 90% of the way that I was before I went in. But they told me when I got to boot camp that I'm not going to get in better shape than everybody else is.
Yeah.
And that frustrated me to no end. But it's true, though. The guys that couldn't run a mile when we started, they were taking their shirts off. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing that I'm not? Because they're all getting jacked. They're losing weight. They're getting great shape. They're like, oh, my ACFT score shot up 100 points.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I'm struggling to take my shirt off because I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror. I can't wait to post my before.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Like when I got back.
Yeah.
You know, or like when I shipped out, when I got back, and then what I look like now. It's just insane what the transformation.
It's wild.
Looks like, but. They told me that the guys that are in great shape are going to get like in the worst shape of their lives, while the guys that are in the worst shape are going to get in the best shape of their lives. And that's exactly what happened. Like all the things that I used to do are suddenly very, very hard.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to put on the muscle mass that I used to have and get rid of some of the belly fat.
Yeah.
Because like the food there,
Carbs.
It's just so much carbs. They just
Yeah.
want to keep you going all day because the workload that we did while we were there is crazy. We were on
Yeah.
our feet all day long,
Yeah.
walking everywhere. The training was, like it was good, but it wasn't like fitness training.
Yeah.
We're trying to get in the best shape of our lives. We're just trying to be able to put on a ruck and be able to walk 10 miles.
Yeah. Crazy.
But, as far as anybody that, like, if they are interested in joining the Guam Army National Guard, I don't think that the right idea is to wait until you get into shape. I think what you do is choose what career path you want to take, what MOS you want to do, which is basically your job in the Army, and then go talk to a recruiter about your options. Because if you're waiting to get into shape, you're going to be waiting forever.
Yeah.
When you get that ship out date and, it's like 12 weeks down the road, then you have plenty of time to start running a little bit and doing whatever you can. Like, I mean, honestly, if I knew what I knew now or knew then what I know now, I would have just been in the front leaning rest position, which is a push-up position.
Yeah.
Learned how to hold that because that's what I did most of basic is just front leaning rest position. You're always going to get in trouble, and they call it a smoke session when somebody does something wrong and they make you just do push-ups forever. So go just talk to a recruiter. Don't wait to get in shape. You'll get in plenty of shape.
It's like when someone says, "Hey, I want to do martial arts." It's like, but first I want to get in shape.
Which is a crazy.
It's like,
statement.
dude, if you just join, you'll get in shape as you do it and enjoy while you're doing it.
Yeah. So like that stigma that we have at Steel is like a lot of people are terrified to walk into the gym. They want to get into shape before they even start training.
Yeah.
The fastest way is through. It's not around the obstacle. The obstacle, if it is Steel, is just to go dive in.
Correct.
Don't just tiptoe in. You just dive in and be consistent, and you will see whatever results that you want to see based on your consistency, and obviously that diet plays a big part too.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you know that better than everybody.
Diet
you
is
train as hard as you want, but if you don't diet, you're still gonna look like shit.
Yeah, diet is really like a. And don't get me wrong, man. I love cookies. That I love Diet Coke. I love eating like shit here and there. But man, like for the most part, I want to say 90 to 95% of the time, I do my best to absolutely eat clean and meet the macros or whatever it is. But yeah, diet is extremely important. And then I realized that carbing up. Like you said, before
it's fuel.
It's fuel, man. Like the carbs, like before Hyrox was crazy, and then actually looked so full. Like my abs just looked like
everything
boom.
was great.
It was like whoa.
Yeah, when you're depleted, when you're just eating protein,
just
and
like
fats,
a skinny little boy.
You look like a skinny kid. But the second you eat carbs, you're
boom.
like, oh, I'm jacked.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. So it's pretty cool time, man. But yeah.
So I think what do you have coming up next? Is there anything? Do you have your wedding?
Yeah, I'm going to my cousin's wedding in Bangkok. I'm going to Palau this weekend for work, and then I go to Bangkok for the Indian wedding. It's a 7-day function. It's going to be crazy. Going to be fun. Wish you were going.
That's
I know
so cool that Indians celebrate for so long.
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys have too much money. And
no.
You have to spread it out
Dude,
over days and days of celebrations.
I went to my cousin's wedding in 2023. They bought out the resort. It's insane. There was one party where all her favorite foods, all the vendors or restaurants, she had them come to the hotel that was 3 hours away from Bangkok, where all her favorite restaurants are, and set up for 500 people to give food to, the food that she likes. And I mean, this food was like Michelin star food. It was insane.
Shocking.
The dog
did not go to public school.
The dog had his own Mercedes.
Insane. I hate that.
So
dog.
this one's gonna be about the same. It's
Is that dog single?
Applejack, where are you? Applejack, you gotta get Applejack. There is Applejack. Holy shit. But it's gonna be fun. Just a few days in Bangkok, then we travel out to Hua Hin, which is outside of Bangkok, and spend a few days at the resort there. And then I'll be back on Guam. So nice vacation, and then come back and start training for Yokohama.
Well, let me tell you about my big extravagant weekend I had.
I
put this out in the universe. I said for Father's Day, I want to go on vacation and I want to compete.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Korea, economy flight, by the way, staying at a hostel and competing at the Korean Jiu-Jitsu Open.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I
He's
haven't-
strong as fuck, by the way, and I know this firsthand experience. It's fucking scary, so I don't doubt that he's going to murder everybody in his weight class. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe because I haven't rolled since I rolled with you. I promise you, I haven't done a single inch or foot of mat time at all. Like I haven't.
So this
spent-
week you're gonna go? You're gonna train? This
no.
weekend? No.
Why?
Just to brush up some moves, man.
I don't think so. Because every time I roll, like something hurts.
Kevin, he needs you back, man.
I'm
Kevin,
almost
Kevin
40
needs you
years
back.
old,
Yeah.
so rolling, I pick and choose my battles. So
Yeah.
I feel like
It's terrible.
As long as I can lift weights, I'll be okay.
No,
but
yeah.
realistically, like I'm not going to be rolling at all this week.
Okay.
I'm just trying to maintain my body. At this age, like I'm terrified of injury,
Hmm.
and I'm very conscious of not hurting myself at this time because the risk versus reward with mat time.
Yeah.
I've seen the guys that look damn near crippled. They can't open their hands because of
Oh,
arthritis.
yeah.
I'm not, that's not going to be me.
No. It's not worth it.
And, I don't want to roll with a spazzy white belt. And no offense to them, I think that spazzy white belts have their place. I'm just not the guy that's going to be rolling with them very often. I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll on, I think the open is on Sunday, doing
Okay.
no gi.
Nice.
Signed up for the my weight class and the open.
Nice.
So we'll see how we do. Hopefully bring back double gold.
Nice. Yes, I believe you will. I think you compete out there before, right?
Yeah. The last time. It was right before I shipped out to Basic, actually.
Yeah.
It was like the Marianas Open in Korea.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
ended up taking
And this
double
one is
gold
just
there.
a Korean local event or Marianas?
No, it's the same like ASJJF
Oh.
organization, but it's like I don't know somebody else putting it on that's not Steve Shimizu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
Nice. But yeah, man, should be fun. Korea's I've never been, but always a good time. We'll be there in November. Looking forward to that.
Korea is amazing. Like
Yeah.
everybody's beautiful there. They have some of the weirdest like skin.
Oh no, because of the what do you call that? They're well known for all their
The beauty products.
beauty products and plastic
Yeah.
surgery and hair.
I say weird,
everything.
but I mean like they probably put like green tea leaves on their face.
Oh,
before they go to
yeah,
sleep
yeah,
or something,
yeah.
But their skin is so smooth. Always.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. They all
Yeah.
look like porcelain dolls. Like they roll out of bed and they're
They
beautiful.
look great. Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I hate all these beautiful people because I'm
Yeah.
Caucasian and we age like raisins. So I mean, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. But yeah,
And
man.
you've looked like you were 50 since you
It's
were
the
in
big-
third grade, right?
I look like Ray Gibson sits.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
No, but when I shave, I do look like a little kid.
Yeah.
But then
that is true.
for about 5 hours.
The second you have a beard,
Oh, it's over.
5
It's
o'clock
fucking
shower,
over.
10 years.
Yeah,
Easy.
and the white hairs are coming in now. I don't know what it is, man.
That's called getting old, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too. I came back from basic with salt and pepper.
Oh, it's terrible, man.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. But yeah, man, good luck in Korea. It's gonna be fun. And then then I don't know when the next competition is locally on Guam, but I guess the next one will be Yokohama. Then
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we got plenty of stuff. We got the expo coming up.
yes, the expo's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of competitions coming up. I'm really excited for the training.
Yeah.
Even Mariana's Open is coming back, I think, September or October. So I'll be getting prepped for that. I might
Yeah.
put in some mat time for that, maybe. But definitely going to be pushing it into another gear for the Seoul.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun. Really looking forward to that
I'm
one.
looking forward to the training. We're
Yes.
going to have to document that.
Really,
See
yeah.
our changes and stuff.
Absolutely. I really want to do that, especially hopefully I'm going in injury free, right? But this last Hyrox, I went into the camp, obviously injured. And then, with the rehab, right?
Yeah.
Going to Jordan and stuff. But this one, hopefully I'm going in healthy and then, able to maintain that, right? And like you said, that's just not training like an idiot, which I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
like you said, it's so, for how fit I am, it's, what did you say? What did you say to me?
It's so crazy how fit you are, but how
stupid I
you
am.
are
Yeah,
at
that's
the
what it
same
was.
time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm sick. I'm dying right now. Like the night before.
Yeah.
It was so bad that you wouldn't let me drop something off at your house.
Yeah, I was like, no.
And then the next day, you're out running. And you sent me a photo in the sauna doing like the biker. And I'm like, guy, go lay the fuck down. And retarded, like just joking with him, I
Yeah.
said, hey, why don't you go put on your ninja outfit and go for a
run.
run? And he was like, oh, you think I should? I'm like, no, motherfucker, you should
That
go
was
crawl
funny.
into bed.
Yeah. But So hopefully, taking a lot of experiences, taking a lot of lessons from this one, and hopefully to stay sick free and injury free, right? So that's always the goal.
Yeah, that's it. Train hard, train smarter.
Yeah, so definitely want to do that, and then none of the runs are fun, but like you said, really. There's no need for the grueling runs. It's more of like, let's focus on the technique of things, right? Make yourself faster and stronger.
Running 9-minute miles is a waste of your time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's just not
it's
what
dumb.
you need to be doing.
Yeah.
You either need to be running as hard as you can or as slow as you can.
Correct. Yeah. So, yeah. And
that's our show for this week, Guam.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, we'll definitely catch up after your Thailand trip.
After my Thailand trip, we'll have a little recap and then talk about his jiu-jitsu tournament in Korea. But one more thing was, thank you for all the feedback on the first one. It went viral, I guess, on Instagram, and I got some people from abroad checking it out. A lot of cool comments. A lot of nice comments. Usually Instagram's fucked up.
Yeah.
But
usually, like
this one was like not even one fucked up comment.
Low-key talking shit, like because our mic setup. That
Yeah.
was funny. There was a couple people that said cool mic.
Cool
setup.
mic. I was like, this
And
fuck you. But hey,
us
listen.
holding our mics in our hands.
Yeah.
This week we got mic stands.
Correct.
Next week, hopefully,
we're always improving.
Yeah.
We're always, and we're gonna get a bunch of new shit. I guarantee you, we're gonna get a bunch of cool new shit.
Yeah.
But and then but thank you so much for the feedback. Super cool. The comments were really nice. I feel like there's always, every few hours, there's some cool comments coming in. It's pretty neat. So, yeah. But thank you guys.